everybody, and welcome back to the ARC Audio Technical Training Series. This is episode number 7, and we're going to give you a quick overview on the onboard PS8 Signal Mixer Router. This is actually a great tool. However, if this is your first episode joining us, we do recommend that you go back and check out the first 6 episodes, as they include a lot of very important information on how to install and update the processor, use your old settings files, get everything set up, and much more. So let's get on with this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down. We are hooked up to a PS8 that's turned on, and we're going to go ahead and turn on the software. And we're going to come up here to meters, as we always do. That way we can see everything that's going on. So what we've got right now is we have full range pink noise coming into all 6 of our inputs, but there's no audio. There's nothing passing through the DSP. There's nothing coming on the output. So how do we make that connection? So we're going to come up here to the button called Mixer. We're going to click on Mixer, and in some cases, some of you might see this screen. Looks pretty blank. It's definitely greatly different than anything else that we've had. Now, if you're just doing a standard 2-channel audio system, meaning input 1 would be your left signal input 2 would be your right signal input. Let's just take that into consideration, and that we're going to be doing a 3-way output system where we have tweeters on 1 and 2, mid-range on 3 and 4, mid-bass on 5 and 6, and subwoofer on 7 and 8. So we can start by using one of the cheater buttons we have up here, 2 in and 8 out. Now, as you see now, we have signal passing through all these channels. Now, the way this works is it takes the input of channel 1 and routes it to output of channel 1. And the character of 1.0 is actually full signal. Output 3 to output 1, output 3 to input 1, everything's connected here. So we've basically taken input 1 and connected it to output 1, output 3, output 5, and output 7. And input 2 being our right channels, we have that connected to output 2, output 4, output 6, and output 8. So as you can see by the graph, you can see kind of how the paths line up for how we're actually routing signals to these channels. And of course, you can also, as we have in other chapters of these training videos, you can name all the channels prior to doing this to make your job a little bit easier as well. Now, one thing about this is always remembering that your maximum number is 1.0. So in this case, if we're going out to subwoofer on channel 7 and 8 and we want to sum mono inputs 1 and 2, we can come over here and we can click on these buttons as well. And as you see, we have cut the signal, the analog signal, in half on each one of these channels, so the output to each channel of 7 and 8 does not exceed a total of 1.0. And you can see from the graph now how that has actually paralleled these signals and given you a mono signal for your subwoofer. It's as easy as that. Now let's say that you're doing a 4-channel system, or you're doing the same system on the output, but you're using 4 channels of input, front and rear. So what we do is we can come over, click on 4 in and 8 out. This is a good description of one way to do it. But let's just say we're doing another 3-way system. So I'm going to come up here and I got input 1 to output 1. I got input 1 to output 3, input 1 to output 5. And now I'm also going to add input 1 to output 4, and input 2 to output 4, and input 2 to output 6. And for sub, I'm going to use the rear fader controls on the head unit to actually give myself sub-level control. And now I come over and click on input 3 to output 7 and 8, and input 4 to output 7 and 8. These are just different ways that you can do it, and the thing is the sky's the limit. Use your mind, use your creativity, and you can come up with a variety of different ways in order to be able to give you a ton of flexible controls, especially between presets, because as you change presets, you can define different mixer variations between each one of the presets. So, pretty simple, huh? Well, that's it for now. Good luck and good tuning, and we'll see you guys soon.